We at Wonderbed thank you for your interest in our fantastic adjustable bed. During the duration of this video, we are going to explain to you why we think that owning a Wonderbed will be the best possible investment that you could ever make in your comfort and health. Remember, today is the first day of the rest of your life. It's a good night's sleep and not an apple a day that keeps the body fit. The average person spends 1/3 of their life sleeping. That means a 75-year-old person has spent 25 years of their life asleep. That boils down to 300 months, 1,300 weeks, 9,100 days, or 219,000 hours. Anyway, you get the picture. Any way you slice it, we all spend a lot of time in bed. That's why we hope you'll consider upgrading your bedroom with the most advanced idea that modern technology has to offer, a Wonderbed electric adjustable bed. You've seen these beds advertised for years on television and probably ask yourself, do I really need this type of bed? Considering the amount of time spent in bed and the comfort and health benefits our bed provides, we say that this would be the best purchase you have ever made. When you add reading, watching television, sewing, writing, snacking, to the time you spend asleep, you can easily see the all-around long-term advantages of owning a Wonderbed. Even with all of these facts, most people spend more money on other household items such as sofas, chairs, carpet, wallpaper, TV, VCRs, than they do on their beds. We're not knocking other purchases, but when you consider the time spent in bed and the comfort and health that we can reward you with, we at Wonderbed believe that our beds would be the most important household investment a person can make. When these beds first came out on the market years ago, very few people were familiar with the idea of an electric adjustable bed, and the cost was 2 to 3 times higher than what it is today. Because of the incredible increase in sales over the years, the prices have finally reached a point of affordability for most people. In the past 30 years, we're proud to announce that the factory has produced over 1 million adjustable beds. At first, people thought we were selling a hospital bed, and many said, I wouldn't want a hospital bed unless I really need it. Hospital beds serve a great purpose, but are really made for hospitals and for temporary use. They have thin mattresses, no box springs or foundation, metal side rails, and are generally unattractive for the modern bedroom decor and only come in one size. Very few of our customers have ever considered a hospital bed as an alternative. Although those who have for medical reasons, they've found this to be a much better idea. What is really amazing is that if you call any medical supply company in your yellow pages and out of curiosity, ask what an electrical hospital bed goes for, you'll be surprised that they're anywhere from $1,800 to $3,000 a piece. Our beds are far less in price than that. Even though a hospital bed may not be ideal for the home, many people who just got out of the hospital say, the only thing I liked during my stay in the hospital was the electric bed. Because our market in all 50 states and further has grown so much, our costs over the years have actually come down, and we're passing the savings on to you. Most things that you purchase, the item has been marked up 3 or 4 times. For example, you buy it at a store. The store makes a profit, that's number 1. Number 2, a lot of times a salesman will make a commission. Number 3, the wholesaler or distributor that the store is buying from will also make a profit. And number 4, the factory that the distributor buys from is also making a profit. So basically the product has been marked up 3 to 4 times. When you're buying a Wonderbed, it's like you're the wholesaler or distributor. You're cutting out the middleman by going factory direct. Factory direct to us means low prices, high quality, quicker and better service, and no pressure. If you deal with one of our competitors who sends a salesman to your home, it's you, the customer, who ends up paying for his commission, hotel, gas, car, food, etc. Also, in most cases, they need you to decide today or tonight, and that spells high pressure. We at Wonderbed realize these beds are a major purchase for most people, and believe you deserve and need the time to make an informative decision. For most people, buying a Wonderbed is not a necessity, but that holds true with just about everything we own. However, once our customers start using our bed, many do believe it is a necessity and wouldn't want to live without it. We hear this all the time. Often people hesitate in making a certain purchase for several years, such as a computer, microwave, VCR, but then after they get it, they wonder how they survived without it. Anyway, our bed may not be life or death situation, but it will turn out to be the best investment in your health and comfort that you have ever made. We 100% warranty every part of the bed for 15 years, but believe they will far outlast that period. If you think of products you own that have changed or progressed over the years, and then look at your mattress, you'll be amazed. If anything, we believe that most mattress companies used to make better mattresses years ago than what they do now. Here at Wonderbed, we've combined old-fashioned, handmade in the USA quality with modern technology to create the most amazing sleep system ever. We believe we can change your way of relaxing and sleeping for the rest of your life. Even if you are a good sleeper now, we say there's always room for improvement. Raise your upper and lower body just a few inches, and you'll see that you wake up the next morning more refreshed. Often you notice that you wake up feeling better the next morning with just a few hours of sleep, compared to sometimes when you wake up feeling tired and you slept much more. Getting a good night's sleep every night is what we're selling, even if you have no medical need at all. We say this bed can be preventive medicine. And of course, when we get older, the bed will come in more handy more and more. How often do you purchase something that you like in the beginning, but as time goes by, you use it less and less? Then, after a few months or a short period of time, you wonder, why did I ever buy this in the first place? Well, we at Wonderbed believe that you will enjoy the benefits of our bed more than anything else you own. Also, as time goes by, you'll enjoy it more and more. Many of our customers, after owning the bed for 10 years, say they enjoy them just as much and sometimes even more than the first week they got it. It's pretty hard to get sick of pushing a button and elevating your upper and lower body for watching television, reading, and sleeping. Also, as time goes by, you forget about the money you've spent and just keep enjoying the product. We're really convinced that this will be the best investment in your comfort, sleep, and health that you will ever make. With many products that you buy, the companies almost want them to last only a limited period of time, so that in a few years you'll have to upgrade or repurchase the product. With Wonderbed, that's not our philosophy at all. We want the bed to last a lifetime because we make more money that way. You see, our customers recommend our beds hundreds of times each week. 75% of our sales come from recommendations from current users. We don't pay our customers anything to recommend them, as we don't think that would be an honest approach. Instead, we use volunteers, people who have our beds and use them on a daily basis. We want to give you names and numbers of people in your area who have our bed. Chances are these folks called other customers before they purchased as well. Now, it may sound corny, but the truth of the matter is our customers are really our best salespeople. We really mean that. By making quality that's built to last a lifetime and by giving quick service when service is needed, we have been ensured that our customers will continue to recommend our beds for years to come. This is our president's philosophy, and in the long run, we believe it's the best philosophy for staying in business. Ever since the factory opened over 30 years ago, the quality, workmanship, service, and always treating the customer as number one has been the priority and will continue to be for years to come. It's been accepted long ago by the medical profession that the body needs sleep to rejuvenate itself. People go to bed at night and get into all kinds of positions. Most people end up sleeping on their side and curl up into a fetal or semi-fetal position. By drawing our knees toward our chest, we take pressure off the lower spine. But here's the problem. When we are on our side and have all that weight on one side of our body, we put a lot of pressure on the circulation and joints. When the pressure gets to be too much, we turn to the other side or to a different position. The average person tosses and turns 30 to 50 times a night. which can cause you to wake up very tired in the morning. It can also wake you up in the middle of the night, and sometimes you wake up with a backache because of this. Sleeping flat on your back is uncomfortable because of the fact that everybody has a curved spine, and laying flat is very unnatural. Sleeping on your stomach puts a lot of pressure on your internal organs, which is not good either. So, what's the solution? The solution is to sleep in an adjustable position. After a lifetime of sleeping on a flat bed, it may take you several days or even weeks to find a perfect adjustable position for yourself. You may find that some nights you'll be in one position and some nights you'll choose another. One thing is for sure, when people have a choice, almost nobody chooses to sleep flat. There are hundreds of positions to choose from. However, most people like raising the upper and lower body just a few inches. First, it is comfortable, and second, it is good for many health and medical reasons. The most weightless position we can get into is the fetal or semi-fetal position. We are all born in this position. When astronauts go up in space, the thrust of the rockets makes it very important for them to get in the most weightless position as possible, which again is the same position. Again, lying on a flat bed on your back is uncomfortable, as the bed is flat but our spines are curved. This puts too much pressure on the lower spine. Why do you think that some people go to bed at night and their backs feel okay, but the next morning they wake up with a backache? We think the bed and the way you sleep has a lot to do with it. Raising your knees a few inches takes pressure off the lower spine. People with lower back problems should raise their knees at night. It often takes years to develop back problems, and our bed may not totally get rid of that problem overnight. But we're convinced it will help. We can't be sure of how fast, but after owning our bed for a short time, you'll start to see improvement. Also, people with back troubles can hurt themselves every morning by simply getting off a flat position. On our bed, if you have back problems, you simply push the buttons and you're sitting up straight. You then put your legs to the side, and it's much more like getting off a kitchen chair rather than a flat bed. Raising your upper body is good for your heart, breathing, and digestive systems. People with reflux problems and hiatal hernias should raise their upper body. If you don't, you may find that food that you have recently eaten will start to come back up. Many people with hiatal hernias, heart, or respiratory problems are instructed by their doctors to raise their upper bodies at night. Putting blocks under your bed or using a wedge is uncomfortable. You end up sliding downhill and put too much pressure on the lower spine. Also, it's bad for leg circulation, and it's simply uncomfortable. So, you help out one problem, like a hiatal hernia, by raising the upper body and create a brand new one in your legs and back. Again, we say raise your upper body like you've been instructed, but also raise the knees or legs. Even if it's only 3 inches, that small amount will be enough to stop you from sliding downhill, and you'll see that it's more comfortable for your back and legs. Even if you don't suffer from any of these problems, we consider our bed as preventive medicine. Sleeping the right way now can have many future benefits. After all, who wouldn't prefer to avoid future health and medical problems if possible? Also remember, our Wonderbed is a lifetime investment, and you never know what will happen as you get older. Of course, most people can't sleep flat on their back, but can get into a comfortable recliner chair or a chair with an ottoman and doze off in front of the TV. This proves that it is easier to sleep in an adjustable position on your back, such as in a recliner, rather than flat on your bed. You might think that if you buy a Wonderbed that you'll always have to sleep on your back. This is not true. In a really exaggerated position with the upper and lower body really high up, then you are stuck on your back. But you'll only be in this position for reading or for watching television. For sleeping, most people raise the upper and lower body 2 inches to 4 inches. With this slight elevation, you can turn to your side or stomach, but still will benefit health-wise. After surveying our customers, we find that most people spend more time on their back once they get an adjustable type bed than they ever did on a flat bed before. Of course, being in an adjustable position is the real key here. One thing is almost sure. When people have a choice, they will always sleep in some sort of an adjustable position. Everyone is built different with different weights and problems. And that's another reason it's important to have lots of positions to choose from. That's the great thing about owning a Wonderbed. When it comes to reading or watching TV, most people stack pillows behind their back and neck. Usually the pillows move around and you're constantly rearranging them. The strain to your neck is tremendous, and your upper body weight is poorly supported by the pillows. Owning a Wonderbed will make watching TV, reading, sewing, writing, relaxing, or snacking easier and more comfortable than any chair in the house. The only problem is you may never want to leave your bedroom again. At this time, we would like to introduce you to Dr. Joseph Hannon, MD, an internist who has been practicing general medicine for over 10 years and is presently medical director of a local Atlanta nursing home.
I'd like to take a few moments of your time and talk to you about some of the aspects in position as to sleeping, disease processes, and getting a relaxed full night's sleep as that pertains to various organ systems and diseases which I have run into here in my practice as a general practitioner in internal medicine, and also as being medical director in a geriatric facility where we often get calls about restless sleepers and problems that are encountered due to lack of sleep, and also in aiding that. First of all, I'd like to talk to you about a very common problem in the respiratory system. A lot of people suffer from asthma, also emphysema. You don't have to be a geriatric patient or older patient to have these problems. And it's found that very often sleeping in a semi-erect position or elevating the head of the bed sometimes can help in these breathing difficulties. Not only does it help in relieving the stress and the breathing for the patient, also it can help with drainage from allergies and sinusitis. And we found also in snoring problems, we can get patients to alleviate some of their problems just by a simple change in position. I think this is very important in the asthmatic, especially by elevating the bed you can relieve some symptoms of aspiration and silent aspiration, which comes from gastroesophageal reflux. This is very important in the GI system or the gastrointestinal system. There, anybody with a hiatal hernia or problems of esophageal reflux usually are told by their physician to raise their bed in any case, either 4 to 8 inches by putting a block under the head of the bed. Most patients make the mistake by just raising their pillows, which just raises the head and doesn't really elevate the upper part of the body. In elevating the bed, what you're doing is just using gravity as a basic feature and keeping the acid contents down into the lower bowel and actually the passage of it into the lower intestine where the digestion takes place. In addition to hiatal hernia and esophageal reflux, another important positioning method in medical illness is with cardiovascular disease, essentially with congestive heart failure, pulmonary edema, and peripheral edema. This is where an excessive fluids because of lack of pumping of the heart collects either in the lung fields or in the lower extremities. A semi-erect position at night can sometimes help the breathing pattern in a patient, as well as the elevating of the legs can help the patient in redistributing the body fluid with gravity back to the core of the body and helping diurese, perhaps in the morning, the excess fluid. Anyone with this problem is well acquainted with the fact that taking a nap and elevating the feet also helps them during the day to rebalance and re-equalize their hydrostatic pressures. Swelling of the lower extremities, or edema, as we see in heart disease, can also present with venous insufficiencies or varicose veins. This is due to an inadequacy of the veins and the musculature to pump the blood and the extracellular fluid back towards the core of the body and the heart for redistribution. Obvious TED hose and elastic stockings giving you support during the day are a great help to alleviating this problem. But at night, to recirculate the fluid, elevating the legs, or even during the day elevating the legs, can greatly help in the incompetency of the veins to return the blood back by gravity to the heart. Being able to recline in a recliner or a bed that actually provides this can be a great help in reducing the swelling and alleviating the problems and cramping during the night and giving a comfortable night's sleep. One of the major problems I hear a lot of my patients complain is lower back pain. Actual positioning during sleeping and elevating of the lower extremities can actually release some of the stress and tension of the lower back muscles. The simple process of putting your legs up on a chair or a little higher than your hips with a cushion can actually show you that it releases the tension in the area where most of the stress and strain of back pain occurs. Positioning during sleeping can also help in this manner. Upper back pain, thoracic back pain, just giving a slight inclination or a semi-erect position can also help relieve some of the tension there. This is where getting away from the typical flat bed sleeping position can perhaps help alleviate some of the early morning back pain that patients suffer when they get up. Anyone suffering from either major or even minor back pain knows how difficult it is to get up and out of a bed in the morning or just even after a short relaxation period. Consider somebody who has an infirmity such as a stroke or Parkinsonism, where they really are handicapped to the extent of getting out. How much easier it would be if they could have an aid to get them positioned so that they could do a transfer to a wheelchair, or even just have their primary caregiver help them out of the bed or position them without having to stack pillows or do any acrobatics. The whole idea behind this is the quality of life, whether it be a major illness or problems such as congestive heart failure or peripheral edema due to another cause, or just a minor problem such as arthritis or back pain. The bottom line is to get a good night's sleep can actually help in the disposition of the patient and the quality of life and the general well-being. I see this every day in my practice with patients that come in with stress from either family, financial, or even jobs. The idea of alleviating some of the pain and getting a comfortable sleep is much better than any type of pills or other medical therapy that I could give the patient.
Wonderbeds are manufactured in Georgia. We've been selling these electric beds retail to the public since 1980. However, the factory has been selling hospital-type beds wholesale to medical supply companies and hospitals for over 30 years. The Wonderbed made for the home model is available to the public by mail order and can't be found in local stores. Other competitors in the U.S. selling this kind of bed buy motors from one company, mattresses from another, and they really are more assemblers than they are true manufacturers. They just put the bed together in their building. Because all of Wonderbed is made from scratch, we can really take single responsibility for the bed. And that's why we have such a fantastic warranty, and that easily beats the competition. Wonderbed has its own steel frame and legs and doesn't need a headboard to work. However, you can attach any headboard to the brackets we automatically give you. On a headboard and footboard combination, bedstead or four-post bed, you simply remove the old mattress and slats and place our entire bed inside. Our legs, which are not as wide or as long as our mattress, are on the floor holding our bed up, and your frame is surrounding it for looks only. So, you can use your bedspread, headboard, footboard, dust ruffle, mattress pad, and sheets as you would on a flat bed. Our steel frame is much heavier than a regular steel bed frame. It's constructed of heavy angle iron and tubing. The frame is welded in all stationary areas. Then several layers of paint are baked on at high temperatures to keep it rust-free. Attached to this steel frame is a 5/8-inch plywood platform which is hinged in 3 areas to create the contouring of the base foundation of the bed. Our steel frames, legs, and motors are not very attractive, and because of that we enclose them with decorative stained wood panel boards, creating a platform effect. These panel boards are for looks only and do not hold the bed up. You could take them off and it would not affect the bed. There are heavy-duty attractive steel ball caster wheels to make it easy to move around. Even though the motors take up some room underneath the bed, there is still some space for storage of shoes or small boxes. Our bed will sit into 30% higher positioning than most other electric beds on the market. Wonderbed's motors are warm-geared motors that work on a long screw drive principle. The long screw is covered in a metal tube. They are sealed and never need oiling or maintenance of any kind. The electric current drain is very low and allows you to plug in 2 beds, lights, and electric blankets into one receptacle without overloading. The motor should never break, but if they ever did, we would send you another one UPS and simple instructions on how to put it on. Also, our electric beds are safe and pose no danger to small pets or children. Some electric bed companies say if the bed breaks, they'll send a man out to fix it. That sounds okay, but the problem is, oftentimes it takes 4 to 6 weeks for the man to show up, because he's not just sitting in your neighborhood waiting for your call. All this time your bed is broke, and on top of that, from 30 days to 1 year after you originally bought the bed, they're usually going to charge you for the service call. With Wonderbed, the service is done within 2 business days. We don't charge anything for 15 years, and the factory has been doing this over 30 years. The reason we can do this is, if a motor breaks, instead of sending a man out, we will send you another motor, UPS. When you get it, all you have to do is follow 1 paragraph of instructions to put it on, and we don't charge you anything for the motor. You don't have to wire anything in or be a mechanic or engineer. The motor does not have to be wired in like other companies' beds, where you really do need some kind of electrician or technician. Also remember, with the way that Wonderbed is made, service will probably never be the issue. The odds are that it will never break in your lifetime. The motors are used for just a few seconds at a time. Wonderbed's mattress is made different than any other adjustable type mattress. The biggest problem with mattresses are sagging and lumpiness. These problems are much worse on an adjustable bed, as the mattress is always bending. Years ago, we found solutions for these 2 problems. Wonderbed's inner spring coil mattress is handmade for bending. Highest quality Endurolator over and under the inner spring unit provide insulation for the polyester padding to prevent coil feel. Flexilator provides added support throughout the center of the mattress. Our extra high inner spring coil count provides healthful, even support in all positions. The outside material is a beautiful damask with a gold background and large white roses. It's just beautiful. The entire mattress is fire retardant. Now again, the biggest problem that mattress companies have to contend with is how to prevent a mattress from getting lumpy. Even on flat beds, almost everyone has had a mattress that turned lumpy over the years. The problem with padding bunching up is much greater when you have a mattress going up and down all the time, like on an adjustable bed. Most flat bed manufacturers have the padding on top of the coils simply lying there. It's not tied down. This is usually not so bad on a flat bed, but on an adjustable bed, if you don't physically tie down the padding, you will surely end up with a lumpy mattress. Fortunately, at Wonderbed, we found a solution to the problem of lumpy mattresses years ago. The padding on our inner spring coils is actually tied down in over 25 spots inside the mattress. This extra step is costly, but worthwhile, because in the long run our mattress will need less service than if they were made otherwise. One side of our mattress has 3.5 inches of padding on the inner spring coils, and the other side has 2.5 inches. Most other companies only put 1.5 inches of padding in their mattresses. We suggest that you sleep on the side with the 3.5 inches of padding. However, you can sleep on the other side. It will simply feel a little bit firmer. We suggest that you turn the mattress from head to toe every 4 months. You can turn it over, but it's not necessary to turn the mattress over to get a long, even wear. Another big problem with mattresses is sagginess, or mattresses that sag. A sag in a mattress is caused by the padding underneath the person where they weigh the most, pushing down into the inner spring coils over the years. Therefore, a gap or sag is created. We place Flexilator under the padding and on the top of the coils. A Flexilator is a steel screen mesh that stops the padding from sinking into the coils. Therefore, no sag. Because of the way we take the time to make our mattresses, we have customers telling us that after owning a Wonderbed for over 10 years, our mattress is just like brand new. Also, don't forget the 15-year non-prorated warranty on the mattress and every part of the bed. The extra effort and time it takes us to make our mattress may cost a little bit more. But again, in the long run, it's the best way to go, as our customers keep on recommending us to others. During the 15-year warranty, we never make any money. We make more money because of word of mouth than we could if we charged for service. Our foundation consists of a high-density foam. It supports the mattress perfectly and conforms specially for an articulating frame. The foundation has extra strong plywood underneath in several sections that is bolted to the sturdy steel frame and lifting arms. Wonderbeds come in all sizes: Twin and full beds are generally 74 inches long on flat beds. Queen and kings are usually 80 inches long. According to your height and preference, we make 74 inches, 80 inches, and even 84-inch lengths on any size bed. We also make custom sizes. The bed gets smaller when it bends, but so does your body. Being that the mattress is under you, it bends a little more than your body does. Look in our brochure and we give more information on the proper length for you. For extra long beds or unusual sizes, call us at Wonderbed and we will give you the telephone number of a company that makes those size sheets. On dual control queen and king size beds, the bottom sheets are separate, but the top sheet and blanket can be one large queen or king size. On electric beds, we almost always sell a medium firm mattress. Medium firm is not medium and it's not extra firm. Most people simply call it firm. Remember, if you get this medium firm and don't like it, you have a 30-day swap-out period to get a different firmness. In that case, we would split the freight in half. On a mattress only, this is not expensive. If somebody does not like a firm mattress or simply wants a soft mattress, then we sell our soft. We also offer an extra firm when somebody's used to extra firm and simply wants a super hard bed or weighs over 250 pounds. Then we generally suggest our extra firm mattress. The best way to describe our medium firm mattress is, when you push down on it with your hands, it doesn't feel very hard because there is a lot of padding. Actually, double what most companies put, but when you lie down and put your full body weight on it, it supports you and doesn't sink in. At Wonderbed, we say firmness and adjustability work together, and a lot of doctors and hospitals believe the same thing. If you go to the hospital, they don't ask you what kind of firmness you want. There's only one kind. Our mattress is much more luxurious than a hospital bed mattress, but it's that same basic firmness we're looking for. Also, we don't know of any other company that gives you that 30-day swap-out period. Wonderbed also has an optional circular motion chiropractic massager, unlike a vibrator that some companies sell and that you've seen in some hotels. Our massager is built right onto the frame foundation of the bed. This massager is very strong and sends a circular motion throughout all the coils. It is specially designed to relieve stress, tension, and arthritis. You'll probably fall asleep with it on, so it cuts off in 30 minutes automatically, or you can turn it off as you please. Imagine having your own private masseuse whenever you want. The massage is also great for headaches. Generally, poor circulation to the brain and muscle tension can cause a headache. Just make a fist and look at your knuckles. Your knuckles start turning white. The muscle tension caused by your tightened fist is helping cut the circulation. Our point is, if you can relax all of the muscles in your body, the circulation will improve, and then you'll cut down on all kinds of different problems, including headaches. Our massager also provides relief for many sufferers of arthritis. It's not a cure-all, but the relief it gives some people is really what counts. We used to sell electric heating units. They were similar to electric blankets. We stopped selling them years ago as they were not very popular. If you're interested in these, you can go to all different kinds of stores that carry this kind of heating unit for $30 to $40. Regular bed height is 22 inches to the top of the mattress. We can also make our bed any height. We also have a high-low electric bed. This does everything that a regular Wonderbed will do, but it goes straight up off of a flat position. It starts out at 25 inches and goes to 33 inches. Our high-low bed is not for most people. It's mostly made as an alternative for those who are considering a regular hospital bed. We also make dual control beds in the queen or king size. With dual control, each person has control over the adjustability. Some couples automatically think that they need dual controls if they're going to consider a bed like ours. However, this is not always necessary. Surveying customers who have our bed, we have found that most people end up sleeping in a similar position. Whether they bought the dual or single control, even if they bought the bed for health, that position is not flat, but with the upper and lower body slightly elevated. If one person wants to read and the other one sleep, you don't necessarily sit up straight. Instead, it's comfortable to be in a semi-reclining position. One person falls asleep and the other one lowers you down later. Some customers that buy one large bed as opposed to the dual control say 3 or 4 times a year they wish they got the separate controls. But if you're in one big full double bed or queen size bed right now, you may want to stick with that same size. On the other hand, if you have the room and don't mind spending the extra money on dual controls, which is really like two beds pushed together, then consider that idea. On a dual control, we give you swing-away brackets and dual brackets so that the beds can actually swing open and close together, lock and unlock. This makes it easy to get in between the two beds for vacuuming and making them up. When the two beds are together, you don't feel the separation or fall in the middle because we don't put a wire rim around the edge of the mattress. If we did, the mattress wouldn't bend right. If you like to sleep toward the middle at night and cuddle with your partner, no problem. Unless the two beds are in drastically different positions, you can share each other's beds, even though the beds are in different positions. Look at the back picture of our brochure, and you'll get the feeling of togetherness on the dual control bed that is shown. You feel like you're in one big bed, but each person has separate controls. Please keep in mind that if you have a headboard or footboard in a certain size, and you want to keep it, or the room is too small, or you don't want to spend the money to get the dual control, you'll definitely be happy with a one-piece full or queen-size bed. When a company can keep its cost low, that savings can be passed on to the consumer. Many of our competitors' costs are so much higher than ours because of the fact that they are just a middleman. Many claim to give you factory direct savings, but oftentimes these companies are not factories or manufacturers themselves. We are very proud of our reputation and the way we do business. We suggest any consumer check us out before considering buying. Call any Better Business Bureau in the country. And please call some of our customers in your area that own our bed. Just call us and we'll give you the names and phone numbers. You'll see how they're enjoying the bed and why they bought from us as opposed to another company. We don't call these people just before we give out their names, and we don't pay them anything to recommend us, as we don't think that would be very fair, honest, or ethical. These people simply get the satisfaction that they are helping out a fellow person. We've always believed that our word-of-mouth advertising is the best kind. Any company can state that they have the best product. We prove it to you with facts. Other companies say they'll send a serviceman to your home when your bed breaks. That sounds good, but you could wait a long time for that service. If a motor breaks with us, we will send you another UPS, and you simply put it on. And by the way, we only have 1 out of every 5,000 beds break every 5 years. The way Wonderbed is made, service will probably never be an issue. Another thing is that many competitors claim to have been in business for 20 to 30 years, when in fact they have only been in business for a year or two. We know of several companies who leave the public with the impression that they have been in business for years and years. Check them out with the Better Business Bureau or the Office of Consumer Affairs. Usually, they don't make any bed at all. Instead, they purchase the bed themselves from a factory and resell to the public. It's the manufacturer, not the retailer, who's actually been in business for all those years. You've got to be careful not to let some of these companies pull the wool over your eyes. The real problem is that the factory, which these companies are often buying from, have been around for a long time. But instead, you're buying from a middleman with a separate name and corporation. If this middleman ever goes out of business or stops selling the product for whatever reason, you're up the creek without a guarantee or service. The manufacturer or factory, in most cases, is guaranteeing the product to the middleman and not to you, the public. That's why we believe a consumer should check out anybody that they are considering a large purchase from, then make your decision. We don't believe in high pressure to make a sale either. Again, these beds are a major purchase for most people, and you deserve and need the time to think about it without outside pressure. We have a money-back guarantee up to 30 days after you actually receive the bed, and we truly believe that the customer is always right. Treating our customers this way has led to our success and will always be our philosophy. And again, we want to give you names of people in your area who have our bed. We don't want you to call them because you need help deciding. Instead, call these people to see why they bought from us rather than some other company. Ask them how we treated them before and after the sale. Since we have been in business, there have been many adjustable bed companies that have tried to copy what we're doing. We truly believe that competition is great, as long as it's honest. Something important to remember is that Wonderbed is the oldest mail-order company in the U.S. that strictly sells electric adjustable beds to the public. Factory direct. We're really proud that we've helped make adjustable beds a household item for so many people. We also know the potential future growth that can be achieved. We're constantly thinking of better ways to fine-tune and expand our business. However, the original idea of making high quality, the lowest possible price, and placing the customer first will always be our philosophy. When it comes to delivery, we're basically spending your money. We could add the cost into the bed and make you think it's free, but obviously that wouldn't be the reality. We have two methods of delivering a bed to you. The least expensive is by common carrier truck. You will be notified in advance by phone. When the truck driver brings the bed to you, his responsibility is to get the bed off the truck as close to your house as possible. However, there is no assembly involved, and the trucking company will call first. Just open the cardboard boxes, slide one piece or mattress sideways through any doorway, and when it's in the bedroom, you plug it in. That's it. No tools required. If the trucking company brings the bed to you and you can't bring it inside by yourself, it could be set in the garage or carport, and then maybe you could get help that evening or the next day. Again, the trucking company will call you in advance and ask you when you want them to come. They won't call and say, "I'm coming today or tomorrow." Instead, you'll be in control as to what day you take delivery. When they call you, you can say, "Come Friday after 2 o'clock." That way, you can have someone there to help you out. These truck drivers are not insured to bring something in your home. That means if the driver did bring our bed into your home and, let's say, broke a lamp, he could get fired. Usually, these trucks are not the kind of trucks that make home deliveries. Instead, they usually go to a warehouse or business with a loading dock, push the boxes off the truck, and be on their way. That's basically what their job is. We use them for home deliveries because it is the most reasonable way for us or anybody else to ship boxes like these nationwide. Again, we're spending your money, so it's natural we try not to overspend. We have many single women we sell beds to, and they oftentimes tell us that they got the bed to the second floor of their home with a lady neighbor friend. Any two able-bodied people can manage to move these beds around. As to our bed getting into your bedroom, no problem. Our box springs or foundation is bendable, unlike whatever box spring you have now in your present bedroom. Our frame is not as long as or as wide as our mattress. If you can walk into your bedroom, then you can get our bed in. When you're moving the beds around, the heaviest part of the bed is the base frame, and it's approximately 115 pounds on a twin bed. Our beds will go up a staircase, through a mobile home, or tight-turning hallway. On the other hand, if you want us to organize delivery right into your bedroom, we can do that. Of course, we have to charge you what it costs us. Wonderbed would ship the beds to a local moving or storage company in your area. They would call and set up a date and time to bring the beds into your home. They would open the boxes, plug them in, and if necessary, remove your old beds from your bedroom and set them into another room. The moving company wouldn't have to build the bed as they are already assembled before they're boxed. Wonderbeds weigh more than most beds, but no problem with your floors. The difference in weight between our bed and a flat bed is nothing to be concerned with, even in older homes. If you consider buying a Wonderbed, you can pay by check, credit card, or on our monthly interest-free, risk-free layaway plan. Layaway with us means you put 1/3 down to lock in the sale price, and then you pay whatever you want monthly until there's no balance. You have 2 years to pay it off. The price won't go up, and if you change your mind in the middle of the procedure, you can actually get your deposit money back. There is no risk with Wonderbed. It's better to get our bed a little bit late than never. If you can take delivery right away, we take most major credit cards and, of course, personal checks. We could offer financing through finance companies, and you would pay them monthly and receive the bed immediately. But the problem is the high interest rates that most of these companies charge. You will get a much better interest rate if you go to your own loan company or bank in your area, pay them monthly, and then pay us cash. This way we can ship the bed to you immediately, and you'll be saving a lot of money. There are several reasons why people buy our electric adjustable bed without actually seeing it in person. Often we hear customers saying it's like buying a pig in a poke, but we don't think so. First, you're not buying the beds for looks, but for adjustability. The bed is beautiful, but if looks were the main issue, we would say save some money and buy a nice-looking flat bed. People buy our beds mainly because of the adjustability. Everyone understands adjustability, as everyone has seen a hospital bed work. This is much more luxurious than a hospital bed, but it works on the same basic principle of elevation. We've never had a customer buy our bed, receive it, and then later on say, "Oh, it works fine, but I don't like the adjustability." That's kind of like saying 2 and 2 don't make 4. Also, remember, there is a 30-day in-home trial, so you really can't lose with Wonderbed. The only thing that at times could be questionable is the mattress firmness. But we're the only electric bed company that we know of that has a 30-day mattress firmness swap-out policy. You can actually go into a store and buy a flat mattress, and it will feel just great that day. Then bring it home and decide that you picked the wrong mattress. It often takes more than just a few minutes to judge a mattress. That's why we've got the 30-day swap-out policy. Another thing is you can check up on our company's reputation. We list the phone number of the Atlanta Better Business Bureau in our brochure. Also, call us to get the names and numbers of people in your area. So again, people buy our beds mail order without seeing it in person because there is a 30-day in-home trial, because you already understand the adjustability, because we guarantee satisfaction on the mattress firmness, and finally, because of our reputation. With Wonderbed, you'll even get quicker service than you would if they were available in local stores. Local stores don't make electric beds and don't stock parts. If a motor would break, by the time they got it from an outside factory and come and see you, you might be waiting several weeks. We always stock the parts, and we immediately send them to you if the bed would ever give you any trouble. Even though our business has really prospered through the years, we realize that we're still just touching the tip of the iceberg. We wish that everybody in the country would buy a Wonderbed, but realistically, we know this can't happen. But with the reasonable prices we offer, we hope that one day anybody who can possibly afford our bed will really consider one. We're convinced that this will be the best investment that you can possibly make in your health and comfort. We would greatly appreciate it if you or anyone else that's interested would view this video at least 2 times. We would really be thankful if you would kindly return this video to us when you and all interested parties are through with it. Simply place the video in the bubble envelope we've enclosed in your package, staple or seal it, and then take it to your local post office. The postage will cost you approximately $1. We will then get the video back and be able to pass it along to the next interested person. Of course, there is no obligation or hard feelings whatsoever if you choose to keep the video, rather than return it to us. If you have any questions about our bed or want the most recent factory direct price quote over the phone with no obligation or aggravation, then please call our toll-free number. One of our friendly factory reps will be glad to assist you. Our prices are always reasonable, and several times a year we run nationwide sales where the prices are even lower. We advise you to compare our prices with any other company. You'll see nobody can beat our prices. As a matter of fact, we really put our money where our mouth is, as we have a written pledge. Wonderbed promises to beat any competitor's price on a similar bed by $50. Our quality is the best, and we will not be undersold. Any company can say they have the best quality, but we have tried to prove to you with hard facts that we do. All electric beds are not created equal, and we hope we have proven that. Sure, all electric beds will go up and down more or less the same, but that's where the similarities end. It's like saying all cars are the same. They all drive. We all know that's not true. With the combination of unbeatable prices and the absolute best quality, we're confident that you'll agree that you can't go wrong with a Wonderbed. Please call us with any questions about our reasonable factory direct prices, quality, or service. Also, be sure to call so we can give you several names and numbers of people right in your area who've had our bed for several years. We thank you for your interest and hope you'll consider a Wonderbed. The following are letters from real customers who have mailed to us these letters saying how much they're enjoying our bed. Please read these letters. And again, we thank you for your interest.
At Wonderbed, our customers are truly our best salespeople. Here are some examples of letters that we received. From Charles and Barbara Burt. I just wanted to take a moment to let you know how much we're enjoying our new Wonderbed. This is one of the best investments we have ever made. We both have bad backs, and after years of suffering, we now are getting a good night's sleep. Why, some mornings, my husband couldn't even tie his shoes when he first got up. But thanks to our new bed, we are now sleeping and waking up refreshed. Martha Patmore writes, just want to take a few minutes to tell you how much we're enjoying our new Wonderbed. For the first time, I can now enjoy reading in bed. We consider our bed an investment which we'll enjoy the rest of our lives. Mr. and Mrs. Peoples write, how sweet it is sleeping comfortably. We are indeed pleased with our new Wonderbed. When you've been sleeping with your bed elevated with blocks, it's hard to find words to tell just how much better it is to be comfortable. The massage is great. It is so very relaxing. Franklin Nash writes, I'm enjoying mine very much. My nights spent on or in it are comfortable and restful, and the massager is a soothing, effective sleeping pill. Mrs. Eloise C. Edwards writes, I am very pleased with my Wonderbed. The name for it is perfect because it does wonders for you. It has helped my back, also my circulatory problems. All in all, I would recommend it for everyone, regardless of age. And Jeannie Franks writes, my dear husband researched several companies before choosing Wonderbed for the purchase of our electrically adjustable bed. It provides the ultimate in comfort. Thank you, Wonderbed.